Hello, I'm Billy Crump, and this is the coverage of the Carolina Clash, a national tour. This week we're in Charlotte, North Carolina, where two of the most notorious courses in the country will be used. We've got all of the elite players. Just take a look at the list of guys that'll be coming in, as well as the women. Valerie Jenkins is here, Sarah Stanhope, Miss Liz Lopez, and Carrie Berlager also. They'll be battling it out for the national tour title. They'll be starting out here tomorrow where we are, Charlotte's Web. Friday they'll play Charlotte's Web. It's all tee times. The senior grandmasters will go off first, followed by the masters, followed by the women, and then the open field. Saturday we'll be over at Renaissance for the famous Rennie Gold round. That morning the open men will go off first and we'll reverse things. Sunday we'll be right back here at Charlotte's Web. You can stay tuned right here to the PDGA for coverage. This is your Thursday Gotta Go game plan. We're going to get around the course a little bit. A lot of those big names are out here practicing. We'll see who's here, see if we can show you some of those shots, let you hear what their game plan is. This is a coverage of the Carolina Clash here in Charlotte, North Carolina. This is Thursday, April 22nd. This is Charlotte's Web we're at today. This has got to go game plan. I got a couple North Carolina's finest with me. We'll start with you, Brian. You played last weekend and you had some obstacles to overcome there. What happened?
First time in 13 years I left the house without my golf bag.
So you showed up to the tournament, didn't have your equipment, and so what'd you do? You just start bumming disc?
Oh, well, I still had my backup disc box, so it was in my trunk of my car, so I put together 9 discs and for throwing and 3 putters, and I still played pretty well. It turned out pretty good. I mean, I lost the tournament by 3 strokes to MJ and JJ. They tied for the win, and they had a playoff, but I was only 3 strokes out with pretty much a borrowed bag.
Well, and you pretty much carry at least twice that many discs on a normal basis.
Oh, yeah, usually around 25, and I had 12 total, so it was like...
Well, you got your bag this week?
Yeah, I brought it for a change, just switch it up a little bit.
Good deal.
Good call.
Now, MJ, man, you're coming off a big win.
Yeah.
You're coming home. Let's talk about that win for a second. 2 65 to 70-foot putts on the last hole, and then in sudden death to win that thing. That's got to be a good confidence booster coming home.
Yeah, it's good to know the putt starts to work and can make some of the long ones. I mean, I knew I had to make something stupid to tie them, so, you know, give it a chance, and it went in, so it works.
Well, now this is where you're notorious, and I've heard you talk about what your goal is for 3 rounds out here. Let's just tell the world, what's that goal for 3 rounds?
I'd like to average 10 down and shoot 30, and if someone beats me,
well,
play damn good golf. Good job.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I give you credit if you do. That's the goal, you know. It all depends on what weather's doing, though, too, so.
Well, rain could be coming in this weekend as well.
But plus with the extra little OB, he's made it a little tighter, but it's not too bad.
No.
It's out there all day on these courses.
That's Carolina's finest here from the Carolina Clash. Brian Sweberger, Michael Johansson. Good luck this weekend, man.
Thanks, Billy.
Well, lucky enough to run down a couple guys you might know. I've got the leader of the National Tour point standings, David Feldberg.
How you doing?
Substantial lead, right?
Yeah, I got him by a whole stick.
Oh, 1 point over the champ. And now you've got a win and a tie for a third, is that correct? And you've got
I got a win and a solo third.
A solo
He's
third.
got a win and a tie for third.
a win and a tie for the third.
Yeah.
Now you've played, not necessarily this track, but you've played in Charlotte quite a bit.
I played this track.
What do you think of this track?
Me and Avery won the U.S. doubles championships on this track last year, and he played better than I did, luckily. This was his good round, and hopefully I can got that out of my system, because this is a course you have to play a couple times before you get comfortable on. The angles and the landing zones are pretty difficult, and I'm getting ready to show Kenny the course. I'm waiting to see his opinion. It's going to blow his mind a couple of shots. He's going to be like, wow, wow. You know, I guarantee that's going to be his expression. So.
Well, speaking of Kenny, Kenny, you have the dubious record. Not many people know. We were talking the other day. You actually have an Open Pro win, and the win in Florida was your 4th consecutive decade. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct, but it's not a record. Mr. Greenwell also shares that record of 4 decades, and he needs to win one this year or beyond.
To be in his 5th decade.
Right.
So,
He's got a consecutive win for how many years?
I've got a win at least in every one of the years for those 4 decades spanning 88 through 2010.
Wow.
But Greenwell's is 70.
79 through 2009.
30 years
So
in a
he
row.
hasn't made the 5th decade yet. He needs an Open Division win in this decade. So.
Well, there you go, Dave. You need to step up this year, play a few Open tournaments. We know you can still win, that's for sure. Your first time here on this particular track, you know Charlotte well. You got a pretty good guy here showing you some of the holes. What do you expect today just to see in the practice round?
You know, Stan's a pretty diabolical designer. I expect to see some holes that demand a lot of a player. And, you know, mostly fair, but very demanding. If you make a smallest mistake, you could be punished on a lot of Stan's designs, and I expect this one to be about the same.
Well, that's a couple guys here, Ken Climo, David Feldberg. They're out in front for the National Tour point standings. We'll see how they shake out after this weekend. Good luck, man.
Thanks, man.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm standing here with one of my mentors, one of the evilest minds we've got in the sport. Stan, they love you, but they love to hate you too.
I love that.
You know, this is not your latest jewel, but this is your latest jewel that you consider ready, I guess we could put it. We're on the web, and is there anything that you've changed from the U.S. doubles where we used it last year coming into here that they can expect?
Just a tad. We tightened down a couple OBs, not giving them the left side of hole 2, taking that road and beyond out of play. So the long arms that can really bust it, they still got to stay pretty accurate. It's kind of a Harold Duvall thing, if you know what I mean. And then I widened the OB down on 3, down in the swampy area. We had a really, really wet winter, and it was nasty in there, so just widen that out because nobody wants to play in there anyway, and I think it figures into strategy real big. Boy, did we do anything else. We were giving them the right side of the fairway on hole 4 at where that leads down to the lake, and now we've painted that, run the line of paint down there.
On the other side of the gravel road, so you took that away?
Even the gravel road is out. The gravel road and beyond is all taken away, and a lot of people like after their first shot to take the right side hyzer, which is kind of iffy through the trees. You hit a tree, you knock down. If you knock down on the road, oops. So yeah, we just tightened up a few. All the rest of it I think is pretty much the same.
Well, now we're real proud. We've got you know, the Worlds in 2012, and we're gearing up for that. You've got a new soon-to-be jewel in the ground right now. It's really tough, and from what I'm hearing, it is Hornet's Nest back 9 type holes on Renaissance type land. Is that accurate?
Yeah, a lot of it, yeah. It's I'm finding it more difficult to play than any other course we have here in town. And
it's Nevin, by the way.
Nevin Park, and I really like to thank Mark Huther and Matt Keats for building that thing. You can't believe the amount of work they put in. It's phenomenal. I'm too old to do that kind of work anymore, and they stepped up and they kicked it. Yeah, it was good stuff.
Now, Rennie Gold is a par 70.
Yes.
The Webb is a par 70.
Yes.
Neb is a par.
I forget. It was going to be a 66, but we've upped it by 2 or 3, and by the time we're done tweaking it, it may be a par 70.
That is your magic number, it seems.
Yeah, I'm a ball golfer too. Not a very good one, but I'm a ball golfer, and you know, some ball golf courses are par 70. There's just something about a par 70 that just screams golf strategy, course management, risk reward, and that's my magic number. If I can reasonably get one out of it, I'm going to go for a par 70.
Well, that's Stan McDaniel. We're here at Charlotte's Web. You'll get to see that. You'll get to see another one of his designs, Rennie Gold. This is the man right here when it comes to course design. Thanks for your time, Stan.
Thanks, Billy.
Well, lucky enough to run down the highest rated spotter in America. Barry, how you doing?
I'm doing all right, Billy.
You've been out there spotting in some AM tournaments. You came down to Virginia, was at the collegiate. You ready to play again?
I'm just Jones and bad. I'm sitting at home doing nothing. The official word on the hand was a bone bruise, and there's really nothing you can do for that but rest. And you know, the weather's been getting good. We had some hot streaks back in Wisconsin, and we've had some mini tournaments and stuff like that going on, but I just haven't been able to get out there and play, and I'm not much of a watcher. I got to be doing something. So it's been tough, you know, sitting at home, not doing much as far as physical activity goes, but you know, we're trying to recharge batteries a little bit. And now I got to shake off some rust that I thought I had shaken off earlier in the year, you know, out in the Southwest. But you know, hopefully this weekend will be a good start. Well,
you are going to play this weekend. You missed the first 2 national tours. What are your expectations with your body and with your health this weekend?
Well, like I said, the biggest thing I've been doing is just non-activity, just rest for the hand and for the arm. And right now I'm probably inside of 350. I can say it's not going to be injury related. If I have any mistakes or any problem, it's all going to be just out of play. I haven't been playing for 6 weeks, so I'm going to be rusty, and my muscles are going to be a little bit sore and tired out there because I haven't been using them. So I'm going to focus as hard as I can in every shot, try and stay within myself. I won't be ripping it hard. You know, I'll stay in that 70, 80, 85% range, and hopefully I'll be pain-free all week and look forward to next week in Augusta.
Well, yeah, mentioning next week in Augusta, a lot of people don't know, Barry's old enough to play Masters, and he's going to play Masters at the U.S. Masters. Will this be your first Masters competition?
It will be my first Masters competition. Hand willing, I really anticipate having a great time. I've never been to the property other than last week. Spent an afternoon out there with Jason and had a great time. It blew my expectations away. So I really look forward to attacking the course and seeing what I can do out there.
Well, this is Billy Crump, and that's been the highest rated spotter in America. But he's done spotting. He'll be back out this weekend. Good luck with your health, Barry.
Thank you, Billy.
Well, that's your got-to-go game plan. I tell you, some of these guys don't know what they're in for. They're going to be playing the web for the first time. They'll be playing it twice this weekend. It's tee times every day. The pros will be going off late on Friday and on Sunday. Saturday morning, the pros go off first. Be sure to stay tuned right here all weekend long. We'll let you know how things shake out.